Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword being published on Wednesday the 27th of August 2025, and today's setter is Beck. So this is a name we don't see come up very often. In fact, we've only had two puzzles from Beck this year, one in January, which took me 17.5 minutes, and another in April, which took me just scraped in under 20 minutes. So definitely a little bit slower than normal, and this grid isn't particularly conducive to quick solving with these checking letters missing. Um, but and also just not used to the kind of style of a set you don't see very often. So not sure how it's going to go really. And there's only one way to find out, I think, which is to reset the timer and crack it on. American Gangster turning on Palace. La turning on La Palace. Al Capone, which is an anagram, isn't it? Duh. Okay, that totally threw me. It's just an anagram of that. Let's look at this one. Require a newspaperman to go after leaders' need. This one is called up somebody to interrupt Doctor of Philosophy's PhD. Phoned one. Yep. This one ahead of time, king or queen. Possibly returned money owed. Due, king or queen. Possibly ahead of time. Returned money. Dues. Well, I don't know. Not sure about that one. This one, function of some museums. Use. This, drink freely on lake ride in US. Drink freely. Not sure. This region in Far East is an area. Situated in Far East area, yeah. Where one finds studs and peer with multiple awards. Obes, something obes. Where one finds studs, earlobes. Yeah, try and spell it. Earlobes. There we go. Let's look 14 down then. Hacked Balinese server location. I assume that's anagram. Balinese. Server location. I assume it's going to be a restauranty thing, I suppose. Don't know. Poisons ruined. That must be an anagram. Oh, nice days. Poisons is 7, so ruined. Nice days are poisons. Toxins. What's this? Golden California Orca. Nice easy one, relatively. What's this one down? Traitor, bitter, red, perhaps, about carrying board. Perhaps. Traitor, renegade, no. About. Bitter, perhaps, is ale or carrying a, don't know. Beat, habitude of gambling hall. Parlour, no. Beat. Not sure what that's doing there. Stretch melody, stretch. Not getting that one. Poison's ruin, not sure. This raised moolah according to hearsay. Moolah according to hearsay. Is that just a sound like a moolah? Raised, lift, left. Not sure really. Most entertaining stories found in jar. Most entertaining. Nope. Said Democrat kicked out. Anagram Democrat kicked out is not good on anagrams. Impersonators failing to start cassette. So it's a tape and an ape, isn't it? Yeah, okay, good. Back, got one. Hang loosely some letters from Brendan Leasley is dangle. Cheer up, English resort. Okay, so that's Brighton. How am I going to spell Brighton? Oh, jeez. So that's Brighton. Made that mistake before. I think just covering large only. Covering large on, yeah, only I think. This is empty lockers holding 9 torn sheets. Linens. Group temperature raised in free for all. Group temperature, so temperature is T, Group is a set or a lot. Can't be set, can it? Group. Free for all means, don't know. Remove wet, conservative, accommodating metalworking union. I assume that's something to do with weld, solder. Remove wet, conservative. Conservative would be a C, I assume. Remove wet, conservative. Cool. I don't think we need to know what the metalworking union is. I hope we don't, because I don't think there is one. Right, so I'm looking through these clues. What's this one over here? Carousel or something? Carousal. Drink freely is to carouse. Carousel, I think. I think that's an SEL. Again, not sure about the letter there. Poisons. Ruin nice days. It's not arsenic. Nice days. Look at this one. Most tempting stories are lies, I suppose. Found in a jar. Most entertaining would normally be an EST for that. What's this? Hacked Balinese server. Don't know that. This one. Depraved French town. French towns. Nice. Paris. Depraved. Don't know. This create popular outlet. Sorry. Create popular outlet. Okay, maybe that's not lies. Invent. Fair enough. Depraved. Vile. I think that's vil. Is a double L. Let's leave that from a second, but I think so. Balinese. Server location. Ahead of time is due. King or queen possibly is an R. Dewar. I didn't get that. What's this phone? That was PhD with a 1 in it. So that isn't a problem. Returned. Money owed. Due. No, not seeing what's going on there. That one's horrible. Sad Democrat. Okay, so that's an anagram. Democrat. Kicked out is. Can't be an ET, can it? Oh, golly. 2 down. Stretch. Melodies. That's a double definition. Melody is a chorus, refrain. Stretch. Change, lengthen. Spread. No, not spread. This was traitor. Oh, right, traitor. Bitter, perhaps. So bitter is an example of an ale, I think. About carrying. Board. Board is. Whatever this one. Beat habitu of gambling hall. Look at this one. Raised moolah. Dosh, according to hearsay. Not dosh. Well, this isn't going well now. It's gone half well and then just gone horribly. That could be Tory, couldn't it? Remove wet would be to something dry, wouldn't it? To dry. Conservative, wet conservative. Towel drive. Towel drive, is that right? Towel drive is to remove. Wet. Conservative is a Tory. Weld. There, I said weld. Weld or something. Don't know. God, what's this? Brio. Free for all is group temperature. Raised trio. Tree. Temperature. In free for all. Or is it hidden word? No. Group is a trio. Temperature raised in free for all. Rio. I think it's a trio, but I don't quite understand. OIR, raised in. Not sure about that. This was a Democrat one, wasn't it? Assuming it's an anagram of Democrat. I haven't got a second. It actually has to be an ED, doesn't it? Democrat is a Dem. Dem. Entered. Dem. That was an M. Most entertaining. Is it just most with lies? Mole. Mole. Can't be lies, can it? Most entertaining stories. Stories are lies. I think that's got to be lies, isn't it? And that's a T. Is it literally most? Molliest, jolliest, which is a jot. Jolt. A jolt is a jar. Okay, I'll go with that. Ah, that's interesting. Dejected. Rejected. Sad Democrat kicked out. Okay. It's dejected or rejected, but I'm not sure which. Dejected would be sad. Oh, dejected, yeah. Democrat. Ejected. Okay, the Balinese server. BALINSEE. Got rid of SLN. Okay, that doesn't help me. What have I got to look at? Something S. Something L. Something N. Something. Cool. Basiline. Absolence. Issue, that's vile. Vile is depraved. I'm going to go with that being vile as the L's there. Let's have a look at this one. Poison, nice day, so yeah. Like anagram to try and untrangle. Nice. DYS. A's. Get rid of the D and the S. Yeah, big sigh really, so I've just got no idea how to unravel that anagram. Poisons. Cyanides, there we are. I have got an idea. We know cyanides. That's a known word. Get in there, alright, 12 minutes, not too bad I suppose. Traitor, bitter, perhaps about carrying board. I don't know what the board is. Bitter would be... Traitor could be a red. Not likely. Ale. Argyle. Ale, if that was an ED. Raised moolah. According to hero. Raised. According to hearsay. Moolah is money, I think, isn't it? So Mullah's a kind of a... Which is why I thought dosh, maybe. Traitor. I don't know what that is. Stretch and melody. Strain there, okay. I'll go with that. That beat habit. Gambling hall is I wouldn't say better, but beat habit you. Gambling hall is a bingo parlour. It can't be better, can it? Because that would be AE, so that isn't going to happen. I think it is better actually. I think the habitu means, okay, so that's not ale, is it? Is it beer? B. Carrying board. I don't know what the board is. I think, yeah, I think if you beat someone, you better them, and the habitude of gambling halls is where betters are, I think. Bitter, perhaps. Maybe it's not bitter in the sense of that. Traitor is a turncoat. Raised moolah, according to hearsay. Moolah is dosh, but that can't be H-sod, can it? According to hearsay, I think that has to be a sound like a moolah. Quid, lift, raised. Don't know. Ahead of time, due. I mean, that was okay. So if that was an E for due, then that has to be ease. I'm assuming that's anagram Bolognese, because I haven't got a clue what else the clue wants me to do. Baseline. Server location. Baseline? Ah, that kind of server. Very nice. Okay, I'll give you that one as almost begin. Okay. Ahead of time. Money owed is debt. Deb. King or queen, possibly. D-E-B. Bed. Ben's. Okay. King or queen, so it's bed, right. So yeah, 3 left. Okay. It's about the same time as the previous ones, but these 3 clues are not nice. What to do with this one? Take that one out and put that back in, because otherwise I'll forget to see it. What is this? Something E, something R, something Y, something. Betrayer now. Betrayer. I put beer in there. So what is this? Fred, raised. Bread. Okay, moolah is bread, fair enough, which just leaves this to be trio or not trio. A group is a trio. Temperature raised in free-for-all is a riot. Yes, riot. There. What have I missed out now? Oh yeah, that one. There we go, 1651. Wow. Yeah, okay. I drifted off in my mind a little bit around the 13-14 minute mark into berating how much I dislike this puzzle, but actually now I've finished it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's okay. Right, let's have a go through. Okay, that was 3 across. American Gangster turning on Palace. Interesting. Okay, so American Gangster is almost always Al in a crossword. So I put that in, thinking I was going to, and actually it's just an anagram. We've got Al Capone is the American gangster, so normally it's part of a clue, but in this case it's the definition Al Capone. Turning is your anagram indicator that on Palace is an anagram of Al Capone. To beat someone is to better them, and the habitude of gambling. Well, I don't really know what habitude means. I think that's part of why I was not enjoying this puzzle, is meeting words like that. But I think it means the well, I don't really know what it means. I assumed it meant like the atmosphere of it, but maybe it's the person who would typically arrive at one. I don't know. It's a better anyway. So not sure what habitu means. So I can't really decode the clue that well. Where one finds studs, where you find studs in ears, because they're a type of piercing, so earlobes, and peer with multiple awards. Okay, the peer is an earl, and multiple awards are OBEs. Golden is OR, which is heraldic, heraldic notation for gold. California is abbreviated to CA. Gives you an orca, which is a marine menace. It's the orca whale, killer whale, I think. Function is use, and of some is our classic hidden word indicator that in museums is use. Poisons are cyanides. Cyanides is an anagram of nice days. Ruined is your anagram indicator. Right, ahead of time, so put T at the end of the clue, and then put a king or queen possibly return. So king or queen is the size of beds. So bed backwards gives you debt, which is money owed. Raised, if you were raised, you were bred. And moolah is a slang word for money, as is bread. bread is a sound like, because bread in the Muller sense is bread as in with an A in it. Most entertaining is jolliest. We got stories are lies in a jolt. You've been jarred. An impersonator is an ape. Failing to start cassette is a tape, so take the T off of tape, becomes ape. Depraved is vile. The French word for town is ville, even I can remember that one. Lacking heart is, take the middle L out because it's double L. Cheer up is to brighten with an E. English resort is Brighton with an O. Or English resort town, should I say Brighton with an O in West Sussex, down on the south coast. I say is telling you it sounds like. Empty lockers, so take out the letters from lockers and put LS, and then within that put an anagram of 9. Torn is your anagram indicator to get to sheets which are linen, so we've got LS with INEN for the anagram. Right, to remove the wet is to towel dry. A conservative is a Tory. Accommodating the metalworking union, well, nothing to do with actual unions, but if you weld things together, then you're you doing it by metalworking. Right, there's the across clues. And on the downs, traitor is a betrayer. Bitter is beer. Perhaps about carrying a board. Carrying board is a tray. I have to say I didn't really read the clue carefully enough there, because I had just read it as carrying a board, but actually about the carrying board is a tray. If you stretch, you strain. I mean, I'm sure it's in the dictionary somewhere. Normally you stretch to avoid strains and things in terms of muscles. I guess it's a bit of a stretch, that's a bit of strain is fair enough. And a melody is a strain, double def. A region is an area situated in the Far East. I mean, this is the classic chestnut for hidden words. Far got area, so situated in is your hidden word indicator that in Far East is area. To drink freely is to carouse, and on lake, Alpha Lake, so carousel is a ride in the US. I was just saying in the I think it was the Everyman last weekend that, I don't know, the Cryptic, that you can have an E or which is the E, which is the A there. So that one needs to be checked. Right. Called up is phoned. That's your definition. Somebody is one, interrupting a doctor of philosophy, which is a PhD. Require is to need. Newspaperman is the editor, and that's going after the leaders of Nigeria, N, and the leader of Egypt is an E. Sad is dejected. D for Democrat, and then kicked out is ejected. Hacked is your anagram indicator that Balinese is an anagram baseline, and the server location, well, in this case we're talking about tennis, and the tennis server has to be behind the baseline, or they serve from the baseline, fair enough. Hang loosely is to dangle. Some letters from is your hidden word indicator that in Brendan Gleeson we've got dangle. To create is to invent. Popular is in, and an outlet is a vent. Right, group is a trio. Temperature raised in free-for-all. So a free-for-all is a riot, so move the T from the end upwards, becomes trio. And just is only. Covering is on, that is on that. Alpha large, and wifey yard. So there we go. 1651, fastest Beck of the year, so can't complain, can I really? Thanks for watching.